unlike our opening theme song, we can talk over now.
We're live now.
Yeah, I know, but like the countdown, the 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, you want the theme song?
Muted. No, I just was wondering if the countdown had us muted or not.
No.
Okay.
If I play a video that's built in, but we can do this one. Talk over it.
Two Dolts, Chris and Daryl, yeah, they run shit. Current world events and forever on some dumb
I don't
shit.
like
Fun lit with a bush light, especially.
what, talking
Even
over
though
it?
they always getting banned.
I like being able to like
Crack
jump
a
out
bourbon,
and
peep
go
the
to
sermon, niggas two dolts.
Usually,
And you
like,
know they hold it down like it's two ropes. So crack a bourbon, peep the sermon, niggas two dolts. Taking over in the game, bringing new hope.
It's a dope song.
He did a great job.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. It's Friday. It's almost a holiday weekend at this point.
Yeah,
right?
it's next week. Now,
Yeah,
are we back from the future?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Great Scott.
Back from the future. Feels good to be back in the now.
It does. Yeah, in the future was a little
Trying to be in the future and in the moment is tough when you're not actually in the future.
Yeah, so we did a podcast about that's going to go live next week an hour ago.
Hour and a half ago.
Yeah. And it was
But then we planned that almost pretty goddamn good.
we're on point. Time-wise, we're
roughly,
doing
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
We're doing great. We're doing great. Yeah, we're here. I have to ask you this one thing. I just want your opinion. Is this hot or is this not? And I can't tell if I like it or not. Because a girl's hot. But subject matter,
Matters.
I can't tell if this is hot or not.
Why are you pushing it back down?
Yeah, she puts her fingers in it.
Okay, now you're putting your fingers in
I think
it.
she goes both ways. I like the fact that she's not wearing a bra, number one.
Yes.
I like the bunchy shorts. I'm not
the
crazy
loose
about
shorts,
the eye contact.
Because I'll tell you, okay, I'm all right with it. And number two is the shorts like this.
Yeah.
You were mentioning
The old side pull.
next week, the side pull. Those are absolutely perfect for that.
Love them.
Such easy access. You don't even need to pull a string. You can
And
go
this
up
is looped
one
through
leg and then-
about 6 or 7 times.
Is this just on a loop or is this?
It is. It is. And
Okay,
it's,
so are we? Can we say she's a size queen? Can we say it?
I mean, she certainly pulls in a big one.
Yeah.
Like that. That's just ungodly. God, I miss Ortez.
Everything reminds me of him. Yes, nailed it.
All right, we're here. Let's do a show.
We are in it to win it, folks.
My question to you is this. You know, have you seen the show Ghosts?
We just watch part of it.
No, that was the movie Ghost.
Oh, Ghost.
But the show Ghosts is is this show.
What's it on?
CBS. So this girl moves into a house that she inherits from like someone she didn't even know. Like she just gets this call from a lawyer.
Low rent Will Smith.
So she gets this house. It's inherited from the fucking some relative she didn't even know. Inherited, right? That's a word. I'm sick. I'm not sick. I'm getting over being sick. So in the show, she cannot see ghosts. But then she's walking up the stairs. The ghosts are like, fuck this bitch. We don't want her in the house anyways. One of the guys moves a vase or vase, if you will. She steps on the vase and she falls down the stairs. She knocks her head. And when she's staring up, she can see the ghosts. And she's like, holy fuck, who are all these people? And the ghosts are like, holy shit, she can see us. And now they don't want her to go away. So they all become friends. But here's
I've seen. Okay, so now that I see this promo picture, whatever, the dude with the arrow in his neck, I've seen commercials or trailers with him in it, and I never knew what the fuck was going on.
It's a good show. It's a good show.
Vaguely aware of this.
Okay. It's pretty good. So little sidebar.
What? Jesus fucking Christ!
What?
Krista just fucking walked out of nowhere and scared the absolute fuck out of me. Oh,
Ticker.
I'm going to get my fucking safety beer now.
What's up, bitch?
Holy fuck you!
Wearing all black like fucking Catwoman. Nice. We gotta get you 2 mics.
What are you doing home from your date at 9:30?
When you drink ciders at 8%.
Good night.
And Megan's driving. She's keeping up. We had a lot.
Allegedly.
She had a flight. She had a few extra beers. Hi.
Hey, sweetie.
Those eyes.
What, mine?
Yours. I can blindfold you with dental floss.
No, you can't. They're fine.
Nah, they're fine. I want to shoot cum all over them.
Good thing she couldn't hear that.
He wants to shoot cum all over them?
She heard that.
Oh.
You two, get the fuck out of here. All right. I'm busy.
Bye. Enjoy your podcast.
What's up, Bade?
Chris. He
Bye,
says, hi,
Mofo.
Brady. What's
Hi.
up?
What's up, B-dubs?
Hey, did you win all your hockey games? Yeah. Good job.
All right.
That
So,
scared the fuck out of me. Okay, back to the ghosts.
little sidebar for the show. When a ghost gets pulled up to heaven, they call it getting sucked off, which is very funny.
What an absolute, what's the word for that? Not play on
Euphemism?
words. Euphemism, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to say it, but I was not confident.
No, it's a good one. Yeah.
Okay.
So in this show, a ghost goes to heaven and they get sucked off. Great. Love it. So anyways, here's my question to you. And it's going to go somewhere else after this. Every person that is in the house is wearing something that they died in. Now, let's say that there is such a thing as ghosts. Do you think that that's the thing? Or do you think, okay, I'm 78 years old. I fucking get struck by lightning golfing, but I can go be a ghost at any time in my life? Because I'd probably pick fucking last year. I was fucking crushing it last year. But like, what would you pick? Like
Okay.
What do you think?
If I'm gonna expand on this. If I had a choice and just say, like you said, I was dying of cancer or whatever in my late 70s, 80s, whatever. I don't want to be in heaven in that state. I want to roll back to just say 25 to 30, in your prime, you want to be in your prime.
Knees don't hurt. Do you think?
Yeah, none of that shit.
Or do you not feel anything like being on opiates? Because that was a great time for me.
Yeah. But I think are you naked? Yeah. Liar. Prove it.
Adjust the camera. Adjust the camera. Hang on, Daryl.
Oh, I saw titties. All right.
Daryl's having a moment. Winner.
Okay. I don't believe in heaven. I believe in hell. But I also don't believe when you go to heaven that everybody is going to be, all you're going to see are just fucking 20 to 35-year-old people.
Right.
And they're not going to be all wearing white flowing gowns.
Sure.
I like the concept of this show and that's why they tell you to wear fucking clean underwear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So
I would say you die like I die tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get up from this show, I step on the fucking extension cord, there's a live wire, it fucking electrocutes me. I walk around in fucking heaven with a Biggie shirt on, Michigan shorts on, fucking Rage fanny pack, and a hat that says titties.
Crushing it.
I'm okay. I might never take these clothes off.
Okay, so let's keep with that premise. You die wearing what you died in.
Correct.
Right?
I'm going with that.
Okay.
I'm rolling with that.
Do you know the actress Kirstie Alley?
Yeah. From
Okay.
Cheers.
Yeah. So
Big titty.
this is how her mom died.
When I got a call that, first of all, you have to know that my mother was a very funny person. She and I were a little bit like oil and water. Didn't mix too well. She was a very funny person. So anyway, I got this phone.
This had to be old. This is when she was hot.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a
Call. My sister called me, and I was in Los Angeles and said, Mom and Dad have been in a car wreck, and Mother is dead. And Dad is dying. And I, of course, was falling apart. But all I knew was I had to get there. And I got there, and my sister and I, we were all sitting in this waiting room, and we were sobbing. And as I'm crying, I said, my sister's here, and I wasn't looking at her, but I said, where were they going? And she said, to a Halloween party. And I said, what were they dressed as? Why would you ask this? Why would you? And she said, the Odd Couple. And I said, oh. I'm thinking,
Oh no.
what Odd Couple? Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon? Well, what were their costumes exactly? She said, Mom was a black girl and Dad was a Ku Klux Klan member.
What the fuck?
So her mom's and dad are walking around in heaven together as a lady in blackface and a KKK person.
I love how she can't keep her shit together either.
Yeah, she took it like a champ.
Oh, well,
Can you imagine being the paramedic showing up to that? You're like, okay, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, this is a lot to unpack.
Did oil spray all over her face? No, that's makeup. She's in blackface. That's ridiculous.
So as this theory goes, they are not going to be well received in heaven.
No. Or can you imagine if they're haunting like the next dwelling and like,
The dwelling?
The house is great, but there is a white lady dressed up in black makeup
and shoe polish smeared all over her face uneven.
And for some reason, for the people that are just joining us, we just played how Kirsty Allen?
Allie.
Yeah.
My God.
Sorry.
You drinking beer?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait till later when the bourbon hits.
No, we're out. We drank it all. How Kirstie Alley's parents died. They were on their way to a Halloween party. First of all, we were talking about this. If you die and you become a ghost, do you become a ghost wearing the clothes that you were wearing when you die?
You have to.
And we both agree that that's probably the concept, right?
Yeah.
The next thing that I played was Kirstie Alley talking about how her parents died. They were on their way to a Halloween party, and they were dressed as the Odd Couple. The mom was in blackface, and the dad was a KKK member.
But the first thought they went through her head was Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau.
And they both died. So they're doomed to eternally roam the earth. It's a KKK person.
Two most hated people in heaven.
Like, who's this uppity black bitch? No, she's a white. Look at the inside.
And he's definitely a white.
Look at the inside of her ears. You can tell she's white.
What brought you to that video? Or don't I want to know?
No, I was listening to a podcast with Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura, and somebody else. And Bert couldn't wait to show the video. And I was hoping that you wouldn't see the clip because I wanted to drop it on you.
You dropped that.
It's crazy, dude. I mean, that's tough. You die, and then that's what you're wearing. Like, but in that show, the Ghost, like the guy got shot through the neck with an arrow, and
was he he looked like a Boy Scout?
Yeah, he was a troop leader, and some girl wasn't following directions and shot him in the neck. It's a great little show, but like it got me thinking. Like the first thing I thought of when I saw that video was like, oh shit. What do they do now? Yeah. What you're gonna be in black?
Because too many times that's you see a movie like that and then they kind of like will portray heaven and everybody's dressed the same.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that it should be like that. And you way you go out is the way you go in.
There was a good I wouldn't call it a good show, but the girl that played Sarah Marshall was in it, called The Good Place or something like that. Yeah. And heaven was like a little town.
Yeah.
And
all right.
That was pretty cool. I can fuck with that. There's also a Mel Brooks movie.
Oh boy.
Called
Spaceballs.
Story of Your Life or something like that. No, it was his son. It wasn't Mel Brooks' son. It was Mel Brooks' son that did it. And one of the most fucked up parts about it is before you get into heaven, it's not who's the guy, Peter, that fucking
at the gates. Yeah.
Yeah. You actually go into a room and they replay your whole life on they had like a VHS tape.
Look at the highlights.
Yeah. And it's like every sin and you have to explain every sin. Like,
how much time do you got, motherfucker?
Yeah. All the time that I mean, I've probably spent years jacking off. Yeah. Years.
All right, we're gonna condense all those years into one quick chapter. You jacked off way more than anybody else. Okay,
Sure.
I'm sorry. How many our fathers are Hail
Is that a
Marys,
thing? Like, what do we do here?
All right,
Like,
so here's the other half of this question: is do you think people that I guess I can see where this might get answered by you, and it isn't bad. Say you're having surgery and you die.
okay.
How do you end up in heaven?
Well, so heaven is not necessarily being a ghost. So heaven, I think you get to pick.
How do you end up being a ghost? Do
You
walk
die
around-
unexpectedly and you don't know that you're dead.
You're having open heart surgery and you fucking code right there. You're
Okay.
done.
Okay.
Do
Okay.
you walk around
Yeah, I think you haunt the fucking hospital.
in?
A robe.
What are you wearing?
A robe.
The hospital gown?
Yeah.
Okay.
You would assume. But what if you're naked?
You would assume that you're not walking around with your guts hanging out. They give you the Y sewing job and then you wear a gown.
Yeah, they got to patch you up a little bit.
So you're just wearing a gown, so your ass cheeks are hanging out.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And it's probably climate controlled, so it's not hot or cold all the time, so you're comfortable wearing just.
Well, and you're a ghost. I don't think you feel anything.
Yeah.
But
okay. Next thing.
Go ahead.
Expand on that. You're fucking and you have a heart attack. You're butt ass naked.
Ooh.
Do you have to walk around being naked now, or do you get a one time? Since it's that scenario, do you get? Here's the thing. Do you have to wear the clothes you just took off? Right? You don't get to pick. I'd say if you're out at a party and you're wearing a suit and you're banging and you die, you put that suit on and you're in heaven.
Sure.
Whatever. You're wearing jeans and a t-shirt. That's what you're wearing. You're wearing basketball shorts and a tank top. That's what you're wearing.
Sure.
I think you could back it up just to that. Right?
I'd rather more fuck with that. If there are powers that be that decide things, I'm sure that they would want to throw you a garment, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But
like I said, the last thing you wore before you got naked to fuck.
This is also assuming that there's powers that be that exist because you can get sucked off.
Offer up.
Sucked off. I don't know why they call it there. Cousin Brenda, happy birthday.
What's up?
But in this show, they died and they're at the house. All the people. So there's a Viking that traveled to America that died. There's a Native American. There's a Wall Street guy that was there for a party, did coke.
I saw him. Okay,
yeah, he's in his underwear. So
is he?
Yeah. So this.
So he's in like in a suit.
Yeah.
Top,
suit.
But
top.
he's got his underwear.
Yeah,
why has he got no pants on?
Whitey tighties. Because he was doing coke, and they were just goofing around. Wall Street fucking bros does a line, fucking heart stops, and they threw him in a lake. It's a great show. There's not a lot of good shows anymore.
No, there's not. And
anyone that likes Big Bang Theory is a fucking asshole. I said it. Oh, bazinga. Go fuck your mother. You like Big Bang Theory.
We did watch that show religiously. Krista was obsessed with it. I tolerated this show because of Kaylee Cuoco.
What's the last great show to be on? I would say How I Met Your Mother was okay.
I really enjoyed that.
Got a little overplayed. Like I started watching it from the beginning because I never saw it when it was on TV. Really, it should have been called Ted's a Bitch. The entire show.
Ted's a cunt.
Like if you ever came to me and was like, tonight's the night I'm going to meet the woman I marry, I'd be like, we are not friends anymore.
Yeah.
First of all, you can't just throw it out there.
Yeah.
Because what ends up happening is you find some chick that's kind of cool. And then you have sex with her, and then you date her, and then you marry her. And your preconceived notions doesn't put you through the vetting process. You can't go first date to the altar. You can't do that.
It never works. For those of you who have done it, good luck.
I like getting married with an ultimatum, like either propose to me or I'm going to leave.
I didn't see that.
That's how
show.
shit works.
Oh, also known as getting married with a gun to your head.
Yeah. I prefer that, and it's working out great.
The Office
is pretty good until Michael left.
Yeah. Then it got weird with Robert California and then Will Ferrell's character.
Yeah, garbage.
Yeah.
Why they didn't just end it there? Well, because it was a cash cow. You got to keep it running. 2.5 Men.
I never watched it, but if it was on, I didn't turn it off.
It wasn't
So
unfun.
I never followed the whole story, but I caught parts of it here. I actually watch a lot of Modern Family right now.
Yeah, that's not a bad show.
Just because it's on the NBC app and it's in the background, and
Yeah.
Sofia Vergara or whatever. Her
Vergara?
tits are not hard to look at.
Sure. And like Ed O'Neill acts his ass off in that show.
Yeah.
He's
He's funny as fuck. He's the guy I want to be when I get older in that movie.
find
in
a
the
cooler
show.
guy ever.
Yeah. And Julie
Like,
Bowen,
hot as
hot
fuck.
and Happy Gilmore, hotter now.
Way hotter now.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's on. Pilates, is that a drug?
I think so. Spin classes.
She's on something, but
Yeah.
she is hot as balls. And you know, always with those shows when you have a younger kid and you start watching like the first couple seasons, and then maybe you take a couple seasons off, and then all of a sudden the kid's like 7'8", and you're like, okay, what's happening here?
Well, that was the thing too. I think that's hard as writers and everything. And okay, hey, we got a show. It's a hit. We got 3 to 4 years of this, so you don't have to worry about a whole lot of character development for those young kids. You just let them grow up, and usually they're never the star of the show. They have their whatever, but all of a sudden the show just gets popular and more popular and more popular. And you're like, fuck, now we're on seasons 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you're on season 10. And this 4-year-old kid is now in fucking high school.
Yeah.
You have a whole different set of shit on your hands to write for at that moment.
Who really fucked that up was Home Improvement, because you start it with these young kids, the dad, Toolman Taylor, all that shit. You got 3 young boys, and then when they get to high school, Mark's like wearing eyeshadow and painting his fingernails.
Yeah,
Brad's a fucking soccer star or some
shit. The fact
shit.
that you remember their names is insane.
Sorry.
Who's the Tool girl?
There was a
Daisy?
few, but
Not
no.
Pam Anderson, the other one, the brunette.
I think it was Daisy. I think you're right. You might be close.
I always loved Mr. Wilson.
Yeah, he was the best.
Never knew who the fuck that guy was. He's so knowledgeable.
Yeah,
Wisdom.
He's never seen his face ever.
Yeah.
It's great. He's probably some like axe murderer that's hiding out.
That's my new pickup line at bars. Hey, what do you do? Did you ever see Home Improvement?
Yeah, I'm that guy.
I was on that show. Really? Yeah. Wilson? That was me.
Yeah, except you'd be 107.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I think like when you're writing a show, you go, all right, first we need to write a good pilot. Second, we need to write a good first season. By the 3rd season, most of the writing contracts are up. And those guys that have written this fucking mint-ass show, now they want to be showrunners. They want to go develop their own show, which is what happened with The Office. The dude that helped write The Office ended up getting out of his contract and taking a show deal to go make Parks and Rec. And then you see the writing in The Office start to dip.
Yeah.
But it's already a breadwinner. It's already making shitloads of money.
People stuck with that show too, even through the rough Robert California days with Spader and then with Will Ferrell and whatever. I mean, we all know that whole show was centered around fucking Michael Scott.
Yeah. And honestly, like if you were to take like a 40,000-foot view of that, it's how Michael Scott ruins every party. Like that's 99% of the episodes.
But in retrospect, he is, in his mind, he is trying to help.
Yes.
Trying to make things better.
Yeah. At the end, they made him a good boss, which they should have ended
inept as fuck, but he's one of those guys that you're like, you don't mind working for because you can literally talk. He's like a fucking Dwight. You could talk him into anything.
Yeah. Olivia, for Father's Day, Tanya and her went out and they were at Ross or some shit. And Olivia comes home and she, every once in a while, I would just put on The Office just to fucking, it's background shit. Something to fall asleep to. You're not going to miss anything. And she's like, I got you such a great present. I'm like, awesome. Thank you so much. And it's a fucking Dwight hoodie and it just says facts on it. I'm like, and Tiny's like, I don't know why she picked that up. I'm like, I'll wear it. Why not? It's great.
I remember back in the day, one of my friends from Columbus, Andy, she kept changing her fucking profile picture to Dwight Schrute. And I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Who is this large foreheaded fucking nerd?
Yeah.
What is this all about? And I couldn't figure it out. And then I saw a couple posts and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm like, I've never seen this guy before. And they're like, you don't know who Dwight K. Schrute is? And I'm like, no. They're like, Schrute beat farms. I'm like, no, like Battlestar Galactica. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Where are we going with this? Yeah.
And I was like, no, from The Office. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then at one of my many, many jobs, we started watching it on lunch. And each episode was 22 minutes. So we could squeeze in 3 episodes every day for lunch. It's like we were ripping through a season like every week and a half.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm like, this is fucking, and we were into it. I think I watched it 4 times.
It's a great show.
I watched it here. That's my problem with TV shows is like, I have a hard time starting something new on somebody else's recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
I'll easily just go back and start watching The Office again because I watched it and I liked it.
Same.
You
Same.
know,
I'm the
like
same way.
watching Suits was, I had to take off my safety belt and put my feet in the water and get into that show. I was like, eh. And then Meghan Markle appeared on the screen. I'm like, I'm in.
What I don't like about Suits is, hold on, I'll get a piece of paper. Talk for a second.
Why does he do this to me? I'm only on season 6 of Suits, and I think there's 8. I think season 9 is something's going on. They just dropped it, or it's dropping in July. I did see Mike Ross and Harvey Specter in a T-Mobile commercial, and it was a recent commercial, so I assumed something had to be going on. And then, boom, the news came that they are dropping season 9, I think next month. But I'm into it now. I'm in season 6, and I'm pretty fucking dedicated to it. It's a fucking cool show, and my wife and I jabber about it a little bit of like, is it possible that something like that could happen? I'm like, yeah,
100%.
It is possible something could happen, but would it ever happen? And there's no fucking way it would ever happen. There's no way somebody with that big of a law firm is going to take that big of a risk.
These are actually my Afroman questions. What I don't like about Suits is this. I come to you. Hang on. Yeah. I come to you and I corner you on the street and we're battling attorneys. And I go, it's time for you to drop it. And you're like, I'm not going to settle. No, we have you fucking dead to rights. And I go, no, but read this. And they do this. They open the folder and they look at it and they go, what do you want? Like, they don't even read anything. Have you ever read a lawyered up document?
Yeah. It's impossible.
It's 90% in Latin. And they're like, oh, yeah, you got me with one look. Not, all right, I'll take a look at this and I'll get back with you.
But I'm also assuming that the standard format for a lot of those forms are that they're standard. When you see them, you can tell how it's laid out. You automatically know what it is. But yes, that's the other thing. And the other thing I fucking hate is they always have the letter in their pocket.
Yeah.
Boom, here you go. Every time. And they walk around with that shit. I want to go to New York City and stop people, like videotape and just do a podcast on the street.
Open your fucking pocket.
No, no, we are not pulling a gun on people.
Oh, okay. We're not robbing people. Okay, cool.
I just want to ask them, hey, are you a lawyer? Yes. Do you have a document inside your breast pocket?
Yeah.
And I would like to pull 100 of those fucking suits.
Yeah, that's going to nail your fucking client and fucking get them off. You know, is that what we're doing here? I just, there's some parts of it that are just so fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, and I get that. They have to, you know, it's not a real story per se, but I mean, they got to sell it. And I imagine if you ask any lawyer, that is worth their weight in salt, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. As I was thinking about saying it, I'm like, this is going to come out wrong. If this is how it really is, and they're probably going to say, yeah, maybe 75% of that's right, but they also got to fucking beef it up and exaggerate.
I think it's the other way. So if you talk to anybody that's been in combat, 90% of it's waiting around, but every war movie is 100% combat.
Yes, and that's the thing. You're not going to sell a fucking an hour and 45-minute fucking war movie where all they do is sit around until the last 3 minutes. Yeah. No, we get that. But with lawyers and shit, I mean, the vernacular and all that other stuff, I imagine. You're welcome. Don't ask me to say that in 3 hours. Episode 9. But I just wonder, I mean, most of that shit's right, I think.
I don't like cop dramas. Cop dramas, like They lead you to think that you get arrested and you go to this steel table, and then the guy sits down across from you, and you tell him your story, and he's like, "Yeah, fuck, okay, oh, really? That's because," and then you go. Doesn't happen.
Did you ever see like the unsolved mystery kind of shows where they give you this cold case and then you follow the way through it and they end up solving it, in a whole episode, and they actually show you the fucking surveillance room or interview room footage? There's no steel table. There's no handcuffs. It is a fucking shitty desk.
Yep.
The fucking shitty coffee cup and shitty chairs, and they sit in there and they talk to you. And then they leave you alone and you start muttering.
Good cock, bad cock? Nice. Yeah. Oh, cop. My bad.
Oh, I misread that
What's up,
too.
Kyle?
Yeah. Yeah, good cop, bad cop shit. It's like, yeah. Like in the other guys, I thought you were going good cop, good cop.
I'm a peacock, baby. You gotta let me fly.
It used to be my old boss's ringtone. Every time he fucking called me, that would play. Krista was so mad because he called me about 100 times a day.
Yeah, I don't, and I bet you they have like, if there's like prison shows, like for Oz, for example, they hired a lot of prisoners or people that were in jail before to like be not writers, but like you bounce ideas off of them.
Yeah, and to help make it a little more real.
Yeah. But like
we watch Chicago PD here like all the time. Again, it's background noise for the most part because I think we've seen almost all of it. But it's like, is that really how it is? Are there really Hank Voigts out there?
Now Chicago PD would be you doing nothing while Walgreens gets fucking knocked off.
Yeah. And it's like they're always in the middle of something and they catch a case, It's crazy how that happened. And whenever anything happens, they're 2 blocks away. I'm 3 minutes out, whatever. And I get it. It's action driven, but you wonder about like watching Chicago PD, how much of that is actually like, does that really go on?
I mean,
like, are there Hank Voigts? Is the guy that's high, that's that connected to the community and throughout the police force that has that much weight carrying around that says, I'm going to do shit. If you want shit cleaned up, I'm your guy, but turn your fucking head sometimes. Do you want bad guys off the street or do you want me to run squeaky clean?
Well, and the one thing they always do is they're like, these guys are lower level guys. We need to keep them on the street so we can get the high level guys.
Yes.
But then no one ends up getting arrested for like ever. Just arrest everybody. Arrest them.
Now, that's what I think should happen now. I mean, I know we talked about this next week. See what I did there?
Nice.
Is I think they need to
good cock
empty the prisons of anyone and everyone with any sort of marijuana conviction.
I agree.
Let them guys out. It is basically legal. It's proven it's not a hardcore drug. Nobody has died from fucking weed. And if you're going to tell me that 3 people fucking smoked so much weed and they fell off, whatever, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. You're not ODing on weed.
That's also being stupid secondary. It's like,
okay. So aside from that,
it
is harmless. Let those guys out. You're going to empty the prisons. Half of them.
Sure.
With all this bullshit. Now start putting these fucking kids in that are stealing cars. You steal a car, Grand Theft Auto coming down on you, not a misdemeanor larceny charge. Grand Theft Auto, it sticks. You're gone 1 to 3. You cause an accident and wreck that person's car that you stole. It is now 3 to 5.
Oh, that's
you hurt somebody in that accident. Now everybody that is injured, you get an extra 3 years. So you're starting at 7. You could be in there for fucking 30 years. Fuck you. You're gone. Enough pandering with this shit. Put these motherfuckers in jail. Fuck your bail. Sorry. There's a reason bail happened. It's because you fucked up bad enough. They don't want you to get out. That is why it's like that.
Well, I do think that
it's not.
There's got to be some consequences for people that there's got to be some leniency for people that may have fallen into a bad spot, which I totally get. Because you don't want to ruin a kid's life or whatever, right? But
then that's where you have to read between the lines and see the situation. I agree with that.
What they end up doing is they take these kids in that are smashing windows and stealing whatever the fuck they can get. And you see it all the time. Like, for some reason, my feed was inundated because I follow dumb shit, and I have some great things for you to look at today.
Buckle up, folks.
I just labeled most of the videos "people being mean."
Oh yeah,
the comments are fucking beautiful. Anyways, but like, these dudes roll up, stop a car, smash a window, grab bags. Like a lot of tourists that rent a car, and they're driving up and down US 1, stopping at beaches and stuff like that. They go put their toes in the Pacific Ocean, come back, and all their shit's gone. That's not a one-time deal.
No,
that's not a dude.
It's predatory.
Needing bread. Fuck all that. And Walgreens is going out of business. And this is the most funniest part about it. So, Chicago, right?
Oh, it's a bad place.
Yeah.
Don't even want to visit.
So they said it's racist for the Target that was in downtown Chicago. The Target's like, fuck this, we're out. The mayor goes on TV and says it's racist. People count on that for bread. People count on that for diapers, for baby formula, for all this shit. And it's like, yeah, but every 4 days that place gets ransacked. And then if you do manage to stop one person, tackle one person, or the police eventually fucking show up and get one person to jail, that dude's out on the street in 9 minutes and is back into it again. Walgreens is like, if you want to short anything in the stock market, and it's probably a bad bet now, but Walgreens is out of business. There will not be another Walgreens in 5 years. Walgreens is dead.
They're battling that here in Buffalo. Like, all these convenience stores and stuff like that in the east side here are closing, and everybody's up in arms. And I was like, listen, I started a business to provide a service to the community. Come here and shop. Spend your money. We're gonna, cheaper food, not great selection, but enough that you're gonna get by. And that's what most people are trying to do, is just
a lot of people don't want to ride the bus. So let's say they don't have a car. They don't want to ride the bus for 45 minutes or whatever to go get.
Well, guess what? Every fucking day now, kids are walking in with backpacks, filling them up and just walking out the door. Yep. The cops can't get there. You could try to press charges, but you're never going to fucking identify half these kids. And it's happening on a day. So you're losing thousands and thousands. So you're making $3,000 a day on sales. You're losing $4,000 a day on people stealing shit.
Yep.
Why would you want to stay open?
Well, and
people don't just open a business so you can come in and take what you want when you want.
And the argument is insurance.
Yeah. Well, that's the big thing now. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say that you have a car. We all have cars. We all have insurance. So you have insurance. But if every other day you back your car into a fucking tree, your insurance doesn't stay the same. It goes up.
Yeah. Who's paying for this shit?
Fucking Abraham Lincoln. God damn it.
Didn't Buchanan start it? The gay blade?
Yeah. Yeah. You guys missed a very good history lesson earlier.
And if you want that history lesson, go to the future and tune in next Friday night at 9 p.m.
I saw this and I wanted to get your opinion on this. Let me stop it real quick. And ad. There's something called the Wife Carrying Championships.
I've seen reels on this. It's like a steeplechase, right?
Kind of. But if you win, you get your weight in beer. That's the prize.
Yes. So in every one of those dudes is 325 and carrying an 80-pound wife.
And there's different techniques.
Yes.
Like this wife is crushing it.
R.I.P. the back of that dude's head.
Do not smell his ears. Actually, I would. I'd be like, hey, you won.
Back of your neck's very sweaty. I haven't sweat yet.
Watch this dude. And now he's wearing Jesus sandals. This dude's wearing fucking Adidas.
I saw a dude at Jesus sandals in the fucking gym. Oh my God, his face.
Down.
He's concussed.
This wife
is great. Drowned.
Jumps with great speed into the water pit.
Her form is amazing.
I think they practice this in the
I love how she's
Right
looking
back
around
to
him like
clamping
she's
the
going to
legs.
help. And he's dead.
This dude is just crushing it.
Can you imagine driving through your fucking cul-de-sac or something, just running around like this on a Saturday?
You're like, what did she do?
Oh, I wonder how many broads' heads bounce off that fucking log.
Oh, dude.
This guy's like, yeah, we're fucked.
He still finishes.
Good for him. Oh,
But it's insane.
I love how they put down like an inch of hay there to keep you from fucking smashing the ground.
There's also this weird race about cheese.
It's amazing how many people don't know about this.
The cheese race.
The fucking bodies. I didn't understand how bodies could bend like that.
It is. And I don't even know how it started. But obviously it started in fucking England.
Yeah, like in the 1600s or some shit. It's been around forever.
Everyone's starving, and they're like, you know what? Let's fucking roll a log of cheese.
I got something to add to this at the end here.
My name is Shai from Seattle, Washington, USA.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Here's a start. Cheese rolls. Fucking white people, dude.
So looking at it from the front, that hill looks like okay, no big deal.
Yeah, but on the side,
You look
it
at it
is,
from the side, it is
So
deep as
the
fuck.
one that
it
I
is
was the
gangster.
one.
Oh, look at
First of all,
the douche.
if you find me an Asian girl
Here we
with
go.
an English accent,
Yeah, yeah.
Tanya, I gotta go.
That shit is insane. You know what I enjoy watching is I didn't enjoy watching a bunch of those videos.
Gay
And the
porn.
ones where the kids or the fucking grown ass adults ride the
Oh,
power,
like
the power
Yeah,
wheels
Car wheels, yeah,
down
yeah.
the Barbie cars and
Yeah.
shit. Oh my god, the carnage. Remember we were gonna do the flu tag years ago? We
Yes.
thought until we found out you can't be drunk.
Yeah.
And then we
I'm not
figured out
doing
that we'd have to build it and get drunk, and then we'd have to throw Haz off the thing.
it. The flu tog is awesome. Red Bull is just like, we make so much money selling shit water with caffeine in it to people. I mean, Red Bull sucks.
I'm not a big fan.
Great with vodka.
Even then, man. Fucking
Dude, you have like three of
Michael
those
J.
and you're just
Fox.
like, wake up in the morning, you're like, I think I'm dying.
Yeah.
But
you're literally watching your fucking heartbeat.
they make so much fucking money. They're like, we should put a guy up in space and have him jump out.
That's not the flu tag, but that I know where you're
Red Bull
going with
sponsored it.
this. Well, yeah, they did.
Yeah. It's just, and they got guys like, hey, you ride a BMX bike and you go up.
Did you know that was faked? That dude that jumped from outer space?
Because the Earth is flat.
Because the Earth is flat and the firmament's not that high. So
Yeah.
They faked it. It was in a pool.
Fucking idiots.
I was actually on the fucking edge of my seat watching that. I was pumped. Felix Gardner?
Baumgartner.
Gartner.
Gartner.
Yeah. Not like you. He wasn't related to you.
Nope.
He does cool shit.
Yeah. Whenever I like at the liquor store the other day, I would go to buy a bottle of bourbon and
Wait, what day?
Tuesday.
And it's gone.
It is in fact gone.
Man, I think I have a text message from you saying you don't drink during the week, except for Thursdays. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you bought it on Tuesday. It's Friday. Actually, you told me last night you had no bourbon left in the house. It was gone.
No.
Or you finished it last night because you sent me a picture of it. You were eating fucking pills and drinking bourbon.
I wasn't eating pills.
Zins, Ons.
Yeah.
Zins on.
They're not pills.
Yeah, whatever. The fucking pouches.
Hey, do you want to be off or do you want to
Hey,
be
and
on?
don't fucking spit those in urinals anymore. People are pissed about that.
I don't do that.
It's in every fucking urinal. There's one of those.
That's not
pouches.
me.
You guys are fucking stupid.
What do you mean by you guys? What do you mean by you people? Fuck you.
You know what I mean?
Fuck you. No, I put them in the garbage like a fucking normal human being.
Well, tell the rest of your fucking people not to spit them in urinals.
I'll run it up through the
It's
flag.
fun moving it around. Like today, I got a text from my fucking cousin. He showed up at Vinny's today. All of a sudden, I'm coming home. I'm fucking sobriety is fleeting. I'm trying to take a nap. He's like, "Hey, what's with all ice in the urinals?" I'm like, "Well, it's a game." I said, at the end of your time being there, if you melted the most ice cubes, you get a free beer. And he just like, what? I said, my record today, as it stands, was 28.5. Fuck you. I used to come out of the bathroom every time. Fucking 33. And then the next guy would go in. I got 34. One guy come back. Fuck, I got 14.
He's got a small dick.
No, yeah, we talked about that next week.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah. I'm like, no, it helps. I think the reason is it keeps the stink down.
I don't know.
They told me once before what it was for.
All I know is that
if one of them's cup aimed back at you, it's not pretty.
it's like washing a spoon in the sink.
Ice cream scoop gets you every time.
Oh, dude, that is the worst.
I get done washing dishes. I look like I walked through a car wash. What that fucking happened to you? Fuck off.
The worst
No more
part
ice
about
cream, assholes.
ice in the urinal is the steam that comes off. You're smelling your piss steam.
Okay. I want to discuss that too.
Okay.
It is June. Just say our average temperature is 80 degrees.
God bless you.
You walk out in your backyard or even in your bathroom. You take a piss.
Mm-hmm.
You stand there for 14 seconds or a minute 20 and take your piss.
Okay.
Depending on your dick size. We discuss this next week.
Mm-hmm.
You think nothing of it, right?
Hi, Kristen.
What's up, Kristen? Oh.
What's up, bitch? Sick
yeah.
ass bitch. I'm just
You
kidding.
piss in a urinal
better.
that is full of ice.
Okay.
Or you piss outside on a 29-degree day.
Baby deer. Yeah.
You see the steam.
Yes.
And you immediately hold your breath.
You do.
But you don't do it on a normal day like today, do you?
No.
Okay.
Why would you?
Because secretly, I think you enjoy smelling piss.
No, there needs to be a cold enough surface to necessitate steam.
Yeah, but isn't it there?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, that's how steam is made.
Yeah.
Warm and cold.
Yeah.
The warm and warm. It's not
sultry
there. I always
liquid
thought it was there no matter what.
hits the cold ground, thus causing piss steam.
And that's when you hold your breath.
Warm ground with warm, sexy ass piss causes no steam. I mean, I'm not going to bore you with science, Daryl.
So the best thing is to find a bar or a bar. No restaurants do that with ice in the urinals and eat a bunch of asparagus and then drink beer and then go piss.
That'd be the good.
And just make everybody fucking.
But then again, if you're so pissing on ice, the worst is like the trough. I'm not dick shy, but old Bills games, like in the fucking 90s, when they had that fucking long trough.
It's cute that you think those are gone.
Are they still there?
Oh, they're still around. Yeah.
You're just.
Well, the new stadium won't have them. There'll be fucking $3,000 gold toilets that you get to go to the bathroom and throw up all over.
But like your elbows up to somebody, and it's just a cloud of piss steam because of the ice in the trough. Not for it. Not for
Bars
it.
and restaurants often put ice. This is AI overview, which I fucking hate is everywhere, and I can't shut it off. Often put ice in urinals to help eliminate odors, just like I said. Huh. The ice freezes the odor, causing molecules in urine, preventing them from being released. As the ice melts, the odor-filled molecules drip down the urinal and into the sewer. Possible. I get it. I thought that was the reason they did it anyhow, but I'll tell you one thing, man. Had ice turns the wrong way.
Just
Daryl pissed on himself. 5 minutes later, you pissed on yourself.
Here's the thing.
Ice is undefeated, man.
We're old enough now to not give a shit about pissy pants. You know, like
Do you not care about pissy pants or poopy pants? Which one do you care less about? You don't really care about either.
I don't give a shit, dude.
I had an incident where
You had an accident? Did
slightly
you make a boo boo?
Krista fucking couldn't stop laughing about it. And I had to untuck my shirt because the back of my jeans had a little fucking dot. I was in bad shape.
Dude, the worst one I ever had, I was landscaping.
And I
It
hate
was
to
like-
admit this was last summer.
Yeah. Dude, I was talking about that with Olivia today. She goes, yeah, last week I tried to fart and I pooped my pants a little bit. And I was like, yeah,
High five.
me too. I'm 45 years old. Like, what are we going to do here? Like,
Brady, he loves the word shart.
yeah, it's great.
And apparently it happens to him and whatever.
Shart and spork are probably two of the best combo words of all time. And gunt, which is a fat.
Oh, God, yeah. Giant. Are there any words out there you guys like that are unorthodox? We're using a lot of words.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Oh, fuck. My feed died before it's 10 o'clock now.
We, yeah, if you had a bar, would you ice in it? You gotta.
I think Vinny's doesn't do it all the time.
Because Vinny's is an iceberg in the urinal. One time I pissed at Vinny's and literally my whole piss.
You opened the bathroom door and it looked like a sauna.
Yeah, I'm like, did you smoke weed in there? Piss weed.
You were texting me. It's the coldest fucking place ever.
Dude,
I heard they fixed it.
I don't believe it. That's a portal to hell.
Yeah.
Rafferty's was cold too.
Mm-hmm.
Rafferty's was
I don't
weird
go
though,
there anymore.
because you'd go into Rafferty's bathroom and people would be like, watch out for the snow. But they meant cocaine.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was always weird. There's 38 dudes in the bathroom snorting coke off of a credit card, and you just have to make pee-pees.
Yeah. Bro,
Like, all right.
can you make room here, man? I got to take a leak.
Yeah. Like, dude, what the fuck's up? I'm like, I need to piss.
That's why we're in here, right?
Yeah.
One dude
Like,
fucking
just-
got his keys out. Other guys fucking got his pants around his. And you walk into the stall, there's shoes pointed at each other. It's like,
yeah, you're like, what's happening here, guys? Like, I'm cool with whatever.
What's happening here and how do I get into it?
I mean, cocaine's allegedly not a bad time. Till you try to go to sleep. And then cocaine's like, hey, you should watch a documentary on fucking Neanderthals till 4 in the fucking morning. But whatever. Everyone wants to know where all the knowledge comes from. That may be it. Not sure. The Vinny's bathroom it'll be 82 degrees in the bar. And for some reason, you walk in the bathroom and it is sub-zero. So you're having a good dick day. You're walking around. You can feel the old guy tapping little bits of the legs, crushing it. Go in the bathroom, go to grab that fat, hoggy piece you got sitting out in the moisture, and your dick has completely disappeared. Emasculating. I prefer a bathroom to be a nice 73 degrees. Let me ask you this question.
Ooh, just in time for a question. All right.
Let's say you got to poop in a public setting, which is tough.
Oh,
You sit down, the toilet seat's warm. Are you grossed out or are you thankful?
Yeah. Grossed out.
I just jack off.
I would sit down.
sit down. I spray, dude. That is the worst. When you're in a place where you don't want to shit and you have to shit, you're like, oh, God.
Say you're like at my work.
My
the
way.
company, whatever. And you have to poop in the restroom. You go in there. My favorite is some reason it doesn't seem like less people on my shift are pooping because the cleaners come in and they always leave the toilet seat up. So if you walk in and see the seat up,
Game time.
that seat's fresh. Nobody sat on it.
Yep.
There's no pubes. There's no pee. There's no poop. There's no blood. There's no nothing.
Blood. Jesus.
Dude.
I want to swab that. Get that guy taken care of.
But anyhow, you walk in and the seat's down. It's the first thing you do.
Shit.
You just sit down.
Yeah.
So you don't care if there's a pube or remnants of a fucking explosion on the back of the toilet. You don't worry about any of that?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
I apparently
No, I get it.
What's the word?
A fag?
I'm weirded out a little.
Gay?
You're completely off base here, but hey, don't project.
We're
I spit on it.
You spit on the seat?
Yeah. And then I take toilet paper and I wax on, wax off the seat. At least then I know the seat's kind of clean. And
do you know how, like,
in my head, all I'm doing
sense?
is sitting in the very thin layer of whatever's left of my spit.
But you do understand that that makes no sense whatsoever.
I don't really give a fuck what's in my head. It makes complete sense.
That's cool. That's great. But it makes no sense whatsoever.
No?
No.
Well, the toilet seat is relatively clean. It is cleaner than when I sat down.
But on a clean, quote unquote, clean by cleaners toilet seat up.
Oh no, I just sit down.
Okay.
But I'm saying you walk in and that seat's already been down.
Yeah, I just go for it.
Yeah, I don't. I gotta.
Sometimes,
Give it a
depending
quick
on the
wipe.
setting, like a rest stop in West Virginia, I'm putting some little slabs of toilet paper down.
Making a nest.
A little ass barrier. Yeah. The worst is you make the ass barrier and you sit down and then the head of your dick touches the toilet. You're like, well, here comes chlamydia again.
It's all for nothing.
Thank God these truckers don't fuck anybody.
Voice note to call my doctor when I get home.
That is the worst. Nice. The worst is also like you take a dump in like a very unsavory place and you get the backsplash, solid log, baboosh, and just
It's like a bidet. Yeah.
just comes up.
Dude, I love that fucking meme.
Oh yeah, with the
You
water.
take a
coming.
shit, it's like in 4 squares, the turd goes in, you see the water do this, and then the fucking
Like,
the
Poseidon
drop
or
of
some
water
shit.
comes, Poseidon comes out. He's got his lips all pursed. Get your asshole.
That's the best.
Oh, it's so true.
Yeah,
I hate
that
those
is-
automatic flush toilets when they figure it out that you either leaned forward too far or the shitter's completely full and it flushes.
Oh yeah,
The suction. I'm always afraid. But that's why the seat has that little nub so it doesn't create fucking a vacuum and you go to the netherlands.
it takes the ass gasket too. Like
Yeah.
you pull the thing off the wall. I don't know if girls even have this. I assume they do. You pull the ass gasket. Off
They
the
don't.
wall.
Have you seen women's bathrooms? It is nothing but piss, shit, and tampons.
Really?
They are the fucking worst.
Pigs.
Oh
Fucking
my God.
pig.
They're the most disgusting, vile creatures on earth. The women's bathroom is the worst place you can ever go to.
Every
They
once
do
in a
not
while
care.
at this bar
You think it would be like soft lighting,
sure.
all
Kenny
sorts
G.
of toiletries. Yeah, there's a guy or
Scented
a
soap.
female playing fucking saxophone in the corner, scented soap, double ply toilet paper,
Sure.
like an automatic you flush, something comes out and wipes down the seat and then soft air blows on the seat.
Sure.
It is not. It is a fucking wasteland in there.
Really?
And you want to ask how I know this? I've been in numerous girls' bathrooms. One, because I used to have to clean them at the bar at Club Dub. Two, I throw up in them when I don't want my friends to see that I'm about to throw up.
Is that where you went
Yeah,
for your birthday? Nice.
it was. Chris
Well,
took me to the girls' bathroom.
So that day for your what was it, 30th?
I don't know. It was a long time
It had to be your 30th, I imagine.
ago. No,
It was a big birthday.
40.
No way.
No, 40 was at Vinny's.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been 30 because I wasn't with Krista then.
35th?
Could have been.
Okay.
Could have just been a number. I just like to have birthday parties.
Sure. So we're at Club Dub, and I get the old stomach alert going, something's got to happen. So I go to the guy's bathroom, and there is a fucking garbage bag over the toilet.
Contractor's bag.
I go to Krista. I'm like, I have to leave. She's like, you can't leave. It's Daryl's birthday. I'm like, I just fucking met you. I can do whatever I want. I'm going to go to
the chocolate bar and take a shit.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Starbucks, take a dump, and I'll be right back. And she's like, I'll just walk you into the girls' bathroom. I'm like, okay. So she goes in there, make sure no girls are in there. But what she doesn't do is stop other girls from coming in after I'm evacuating my anus.
Oh, that was on purpose. She was probably
100%.
giggling her ass off.
100%. So I'm like giving it the old business, trucking it. And then I hear a stall door open. I'm like, Chris, is that you? She goes, no, I'm still in the doorway. I'm
Did
like,
you hear the voice from?
I'm like, you bitch. So, yeah. So I immediately apologized.
Jeffrey Epstein.
I immediately apologized. I was like, hey, she told me that she was going to keep it clear. And the girl's like, it's cool. She's like, is your friend the guy that just barfed everywhere? Yeah. Stoplights.
I'm glad nobody knows what those are anymore. I
this
think
is one thing
W.
I'm really glad with getting older and still having the same kind of party mentality. We'll do shots every now and then, you know, but it's never a race to the bottom the second you get to the bar.
Yeah.
That's one thing with age that I completely appreciate.
Yeah. And Chris is actually, I mean, she's seen it and she's complimented me on that shit too. She's like, all right. She goes, I know you're never going to change. You're still a fucking giant toddler. Facts. And you like to party. And when you go out, you are going to have the absolute best time you can make of whatever situation you're in. And I said, yeah, that's never going to stop until Father Time steps in and says, you know, hey,
yeah.
Bro. But she's like, I noticed that, you know, even when you and Chris get together, it is not a race to be drunk before the sun's down.
Nope.
You both understand when you get together, it is for the duration.
Sure.
And neither one of us wants to be that guy that just calls it. I mean, even during COVID, how many times did we were hanging out and we were at Neighbors and we're like, they're closing because of COVID and everybody's scared because it comes out at midnight and we're like, what's open? We're Googling shit. We're like, fucking Colony's open till 3. Uber. Let's go drink more beer.
Yeah.
Whatever. And just because we wanted to hang out. I mean, that's the thing as well. Like we understand it is a marathon. It is not a sprint. We have friends that like to think it's a sprint. You guys go right ahead.
Yeah. And it's tough too.
Don't drag me into it. Don't be on your third beer when I'm finishing my first one and start calling me names. Because guess what? It ain't going to do jack dick.
Right.
I am not going to drink faster.
The worst is when you think you're keeping pace with your friends. Let's say we get a bucket and you're on the second one and I'm already 4 in.
Yeah.
Because I'm having the best time ever.
Yeah.
I'm hanging out with my best friends. This will happen tomorrow night. Going to the lake. Miles and I will pack a cooler full of beer. And who needs 70 beers with 2 people? Nobody.
Well, you can never be sure.
Yes. But then you're like 20 or 30 beers in and you're like, we're running out of beer. And it's fucking, the sun's still out. And you're like, what happened?
Then you reach in the other cooler and grab a water. You're like, this is going to fix everything.
No. And your body's like, hold on, bitch. That's the worst when you try to change pace. Yeah. I really do think that water when you're in a bender is actually detrimental.
It is.
I don't think it helps.
No, all it does is fill you up more. It's just another fucking 16 ounces of fucking liquid inside of you.
Yeah. And
is
your
it diluting the beer? No, it doesn't matter. This 4.2% in me.
It's 90% water anyways. Yeah. It's 96% water.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I don't.
It's a mental thing. And everybody's like, oh, I remember the one time I was in Vegas. I was drinking a beer and I had a little bottle of water. I ordered another beer, little bottle of water. Like, what the fuck am I doing? All I'm doing is filling myself up. I mean, I guess it's a way to slow down drinking beer.
Sure, I get it.
You know, to prolong it. And it's a mind trick to say I'm helping myself remain somewhat sober-ish.
I get it.
At the end of the fucking day, it doesn't matter.
But wisdom kind of tries to take hold of you. And you go, all right, let's assess the situation a little bit.
I'm trying to be
I like being in this window. where you're in the spirit land.
Yeah.
I don't like being out of the window where you're, there's police, but like spirit land's great, but like
Spirit world.
spirit world. Sorry.
Where Chavez
AOT.
goes.
Yeah. Jose Chavez, Mexican Indian. I like that. But the first couple beers tomorrow will be the ramp up to the spirit land.
Yeah.
And then usually I'll take the third beer, and that one will take 45 minutes to drink because I'm putting the toes in the water in the spirit world.
Yeah.
But then once the spirit world comes, the spirit world dictates how many beers you drink and how fast you drink.
Like the spirit world, just think of it as a pool. First, you step onto this first step, ankle deep.
Sure.
Water's nice, feels refreshing.
Sure.
Cool water on a hot day,
Great.
cools your internal temperature when you put your feet in something cool like that.
Love
You're
it.
good. Okay. You stand there, kick a little water up on your calves, having a good time, having a beer. And you're like, spirit world, it's refreshing. It's inviting.
Sure.
Then next thing you know, you go get another beer. Then you happen to do a shot. Now you're sitting on the edge of the pool. Your whole calves are in the water. It's almost up to your knee. Boy, does it feel fucking good.
Yeah, it's great.
You get up and you have another beer. Maybe a third, fourth beer at that point. Next thing you know,
We're all adults.
your shorts still on. Not that shorts are coming off, your shirt's on. You're in the shallow end. You're up to just your nuts are tickling the water.
Sure.
You're at that point where like, my nuts hit the water. It's gonna be cold, whatever. So you kind of just dip down to your waist just to get your nuts wet. And you're flat. Now you're feeling good. You're half the spirit world's just
pulls you in.
Pulling you in. And then next thing you know, that next fucking beer. Ladies and gentlemen, I need your attention. I have a major announcement. Cannonball!
Yeah. Then you're the guy that shits in the pool.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where this floating Snickers came from.
Who's playing jokes?
Yeah. But most of my shits are water.
But then you're in the water in the spirit world, just envelops.
It takes you in.
Well, it just holds you.
And this happens with you all the time. It happens with Miles a lot too. Like around here, we'll go to a place and expect to bump into people that we know. And there won't be any people we know. And then what do? We go, well, we could try to go somewhere else, or we could just have fun as we're having fun. And the more beers you have, the more people you end up talking to, they become people you know.
Yeah.
And it's a whole fucking game. It's great. The worst is the guys that overdo it. And I've been very guilty of that.
I have to.
Yeah.
It's happened. I try not to let it happen.
I'm not a good multi-day rager. I could go 2 days straight, crush it. That third day, especially the third day when you're hungover, you start drinking and you go, I've had 5 or 6 beers, I'm still hungover. But then that 7th beer hits and you're not hungover, but you're not drunk yet. And then you keep trying to get to the point where you were the last 2 days.
What is that? What is that world called where you're in between?
Purgatory.
Purgatory, yes.
Yeah.
You're in purgatory. You're like, part of you is like, hey man, we're knocking on the door of no return.
Sure.
Maybe let's scale it back. Let's not do it. Let's not do it.
No big deal.
And then that little guy in the red suit on the other shoulder is like, you should have one more beer.
Yeah. But beer 14, stone sober. Beer 15, your fucking pants are off.
There's just,
and I don't know why.
I don't get that. I don't understand how that happens.
I don't get it.
You have a 30-pack. You're down one side.
Yeah.
15 beers. You're feeling fucking good. You're speaking. You're not slurring.
I'm on beer 7 right now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just opened my 5th beer. Things are going all right. You can play yard games.
Sure.
We're having a good time.
Jarts.
Whatever. Cornhole, you're fucking killing it. You're playing well. You're not playing out of your mind or anything.
Cornhole and pool are the same game.
Yeah.
You got to be a little buzzed.
You reach in that box and take that 16th beer off the right side of the tower. That first sip.
Retarded.
Fucking, you are Frank the Tank. What? How does that happen?
I don't know.
There has to be some sort of science behind this.
There's got to be. And I think like a lot of it has to do with like the sugar that your body's trying to process. That's where hangovers come from and stuff like that. And that's great. The worst is when you reach into a 30 pack that you opened relatively not too long ago, and your hand does this, trying to find it. You gotta go
nothing but ice cubes swimming, and your hand goes numb.
And you gotta go under the cardboard fold into the other, and you're like, God damn it, really?
Who's been drinking all my beer?
Yeah,
and somebody holds up a mirror.
Yeah, I fucking.
You got the mirrored sunglasses. Or like, hey, look into these.
I love it. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's me. Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah. Well, so tomorrow, like everybody at the lake will bring beers and all that stuff, and that's fine. But there's these so we go to this lake and we tie up boats.
Yeah.
So there'll be like 20 or 30 boats all tied up. So it's like a revolving. It's like a party. Every boat you go into, you don't even know these people. No. They're like, hey, you want Jello shot? You want this? You want that? And then invariably, somebody brings out like the fucking big dog of fucking Fireball.
Yeah.
And everyone's taking a little sip, little sip, little sip, little sip. Fireball doesn't come to roost for me necessarily in being hammered and falling all over the place, because I don't think it's like 30%, right? Where Fireball gets me is the next day because of cinnamon in it.
Yeah.
And my asshole is like, yo.
I'm just glad I don't fuck around with a lot of that shit.
And we don't necessarily do shots at the bar, but we will take liberal amounts of Fireball probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
But no one's passing around like tequila or anything like that. Nothing's going to fucking wreck your world. That's the worst. Like,
hey, let's do shots, but let's just kind of dumb it down.
Yeah. And let's
you can do Tequila Rose, but let's not do fucking Casamigos.
Oh, and Tequila Rose, it was the worst alcohol probably of all time.
I don't know. Goldschlager fucking ranks right up there now.
Jaeger.
I don't mind one shot of Jaeger.
I was
Ice
going
cold,
to say the same thing.
One shot, I will do. And somebody says, hey, let's do Jaeger. I'm like, I'm in. I'll do one.
But it can't be the first shot you do of the night. And it can't be the last one you do.
Yeah,
you got somewhere in the middle. You got to play that game a little bit.
My throat's starting to sweat just thinking about it. I got a bottle of, half a bottle of Screwball upstairs in the freezer.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, at the bar that I go to, usually on Thursdays.
Which one? Chili's?
Buckwater. Chili's is Friday. And I had 2 beers. I had 3 today.
I was going to say, motherfucker, don't lie to me. I approve.
No, I had 2 big ones and one regular one today.
Sure, whatever.
I did.
I don't care. I'm not your mom or your wife. Don't justify your drinking to me.
I'm fine.
Mm-hmm. So Krista came down here, about an hour ago and grabbed a Truly Unruly out of the fridge. What are the chances when we end the show here in the next few minutes, because we're pushing an hour and a half?
Yep.
That she's sound asleep on the couch? Brady's probably still playing my PlayStation.
85%.
Yeah.
85%. Oh man, I was gonna go somewhere. Oh yeah. Fucking anything that is based in dairy, I don't fuck with.
Alcohol wise, right?
Yeah, like those people the White Russian people. Fuck
off, man.
We get it. The Big Lebowski was a great movie. You don't need to fucking have White Russians.
No, those things are. I've never had one, but there's no way I would ever drink one.
No, I heard Lennon, when he was like getting kicked out of his house and shit like that, he was going out a lot, and they were drinking Brandy Alexanders, which is like, it's 2 shots of brandy and then milk. What the fuck? I get you wrote fucking some of the greatest songs of all time, but fuck you. Don't ever fucking do that.
Those drinks don't make sense. I mean, like, I used to drink beer and shit all the time, and when I lived at my parents' house, I'd come home at bars closed. I'd come home at like a little after 2 a.m. And the first thing I'd do is go and fucking get soft batch cookies out of the cookie jar.
Yep.
And pour a fucking big ass glass of milk, and I'd warm my cookies up for 27 seconds. And then I had to race our fat beagle back to my bedroom. That fat asshole would catch a whiff of those cookies and fucking slam her head in the door till I opened it up and shared one with her. But anyhow, 2:30 in the morning, I'm eating fucking warm chocolate chip cookies and just housing a tall ass glass of cold milk on top of the 9 billion beers I had.
Yeah. I can't
What
do
was
it.
I thinking? And now there's no way. Like, there's been nights where I've been slamming beers and I walk out, I'm like, I need a snack. You know, I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, I see that fucking soft batch cookies. I'm like, yeah. Then I'm like, no, because I got to drink milk, and that's not a good thing.
Can't do it. You can't.
I don't understand whoever thought milk and alcohol would be a good.
Well, even like tequila rose, that's got to be based in some sort of fucking.
I think that's more cream based.
Yeah,
but cream comes from.
It's
dairy.
It's dairy.
Yeah.
Dude, I would do shots of tequila. That was like kind of the craze in like the early 2000s. You know, you'd fucking let's do a shot of fucking tequila rose.
Didn't it kind of taste like strawberry?
It did,
like strawberry quick or something.
Yeah, strawberry quick. Yeah. So and strawberry quick tastes like assholes anyways.
Yeah, that was terrible.
So like, why drink an alcohol that tastes like that? So we'd be doing that, and then my stomach would give me the old rumblies, and it was time to go. Time to go. We can dump out of this one. I gotta check on Olivia. She's got home. Olivia, dude, at the lake, at another lake around here, they were playing.
The one where you can have kids at? Yeah.
You could take the kids to that one, but tomorrow's not a kid's day. They had a big movie screen set up. You could go out in a little, like, your inflatable. And they were playing Jaws.
Yes, I've seen that places before, too.
And so I was like, you're going to go watch Jaws? She's like, is it scary? I'm like, yeah, it's fucking.
That would be the best thing. It's like, hey, all the kids come over and get on your inflatable. We're going to show them the fucking Despicable Me. And then they play Jaws while they're all trapped out there in that 2 feet of water.
Yeah.
Obviously, no shark is coming by you in a lake, but I would love to watch the.
But how many times after seeing Jaws did you even like? There was times I'd jump into.
I didn't want to go in the fucking shower.
Yeah,
a shark was gonna come out.
Into Keith had a pool at, you remember that house on Olean or whatever. So
yeah, old 16 there. Yeah,
yeah. I'd go swimming in there, and I still, after seeing Jaws, would think that there was a fucking shark the same color as the liner that's going to come get me.
Yep.
And I would freak the fuck out. And then I'd go back into swimming, and then I'd freak the fuck out. Like, that's a fucking scary ass movie. Yeah. And also, it's a kids event. And the first scene in Jaws is one of the first times ever where they did, it was shot in the daytime, but they did it negative on the film. So when the girl's in the water, she gets killed by the shark. It was actually filmed in the daytime, but it looks like it's dusk. And there's titties. Yeah. She's like, come on, let's go skinny dipping. That's the first scene. And I'm like, and some other parents taking her to that. I'm like, it's not me. I can't get blamed for it. I don't give a fuck. A lot of parents
about it.
A lot of parents say it's a good idea. All right, we'll get out of here and we'll come back. Show number minutes. 3. Yeah.
Right.
I gotta take a hard piss.
Yeah.
And beers are going down like.
Yeah, they're fucking. I gotta clean up the table here. I'm running out of space.
Beers are going down like the
fat kid on a slide.